Hello everyone, World Coin Hunt Day has come around again. I've not done that many World Coin Hunts recently. I've thrown a load more in there over the last couple of months, which is why the tub is now almost full again. I have got some on standby, and there are a few surprises that we've been pulling out, so I'm hoping for something today. So what we'll do is give it a quick mix. Nah, that'll do. Get that out of the way. It weighs quite a bit. I dread to think how many kilos are in that tub nowadays. Right, have we got enough rum? Yeah, bags of rum. So give it a good rummage, go through, pull out 20, 25 or so coins, have a quick look at it, see what we've got, and move on to the next. So very first one out, Zambia. We've seen a few of these in the past. 1968, good year if I don't say so myself. 20 Ngui, we do see these occasionally. Zambia seems to be one of the country coins that are starting to appear a bit more often in coin hunts. Not sure why. I think it's possibly because people have been travelling, maybe. I don't know. But they just seem to be turning up. I didn't see them a year ago. Oh, that's a small one. Shiny. Come on, focus for me. Thank you. Oh, New Zealand, 20 cents. Yep. 2006. Yeah, we've started to see a few of these appear as well. There's some older versions. Not as shiny, obviously. But yeah, I think it's the 10s and the 20s. I'm not 100% sure, correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's slight variations in them, but I'm not 100% sure if I read that or dreamt it. But there we go, 2006, New Zealand, 20 cents. Oh, another small one. Is that the right way? Oh, it is, excellent. Jamaica, $1, 2021. Yeah, we've seen these before. There's the national hero, the right excellent Sir Alexander Bustamante, is it? I can't quite work it out. But yeah, we've seen these in the past. $1, 2021. It's probably current currency at the moment, probably still in Japan. Japan? God, sorry, I just saw a Japanese coin in the tub. It's alright, brain freeze. In Jamaica. Oh well, guess where I'm going on holiday next time. Hey, get some shrapnel going, be well away. Yeah, there's the Japanese one I saw in the tub, but I didn't pull that one, I've just pulled this one. Where are we? Ah, Imperial Eagle. So that is Germany. What's the mint mark on that? Down the bottom, looks like an E. There's an E either side of the tail feathers. Where are we? Deutsches Reich, 1899. 5 Pfennig. Yeah, the E mint mark is... Oh, Muldenhouten or Muldenhouten. I can't remember how it's pronounced. It's one of the few mints that Germany had that didn't last very long. It was 1880s through to the early 1950s. So obviously this one being 1899 is right near the beginning of the mint itself. So there you go, 5 Pfennig, 1899 from all Imperial Germany. Ah, our old friend, the 200 lira from Italy, 1978. Very, very common, these. In saying that, I've not seen one for a while, but you will find these pop up in mixed bags when you get them from the likes of eBay. There we go, 200 lira, 1978, from Italy. Let's dig down the side so we can get a smallish looking one. Oh, hello. What's that? very small. Ah, 1 cent wheat penny from the States. Can I zoom in any better than this? Oh, marginally. That's better. 1 cent, a bit worn. What date's that? Ooh, 1919. There's no D or S or anything like that next to it, so that would be a Philadelphia. I'm not sure. I don't think I've got 1919 in my collection. Sure, yeah, there's definitely no mint mark on it. So that might be one to add to my wheat penny collection. Excellent stuff. So 1919, 1 cent from the US of A. Spin you around. 1943. Ooh, wartime coinage from Ceylon, now known as Sri Lanka. 50 cents. There we go. George VI, King and Emperor of India. This is one of those with the funny edging. I was called, say, it looks like the Death Star when you go down into the trench. There we go. 1943, 50 cents from Ceylon. So that's, yeah, that's a wartime period coin as well, that one. So that's a nice one. Don't know if I've got that one actually. If you do know the channel, if you've been on the channel before, you know that I do like my wartime coinage, as well as all the old stuff and the shiny stuff. But wartime, it's got a nice little sort of side collection going. Right, CCCP, so that's the Soviet Union. There's Lenin waving up to the stars or to somebody. What have we got on the back? Great, all Cyrillic, but I've seen these before. These are oh, excuse me, these are undated, but round the edge there, what it actually reads is 50 years of Soviet rule. I can't read Cyrillic, it's just from what I remember reading about it, and that will make that 50 kopecks. Now I don't know how good your Soviet history is, but 50 years of Soviet rule would make this 1967. So this is commemorating the October Revolution in 1917. Fairly common, these. I've seen these once or twice before. This is probably the grottiest looking one actually. Will it clean up a little bit? Not really. But there you go, 50 kopecks, Soviet Union, 1967. Ooh, that's lightweight. Yeah, aluminium. Travail, Famille, Patrie. Oh, Vichy France. So 1943, 1 franc. And on the other side, yep, there we go. That's Vichy France. Again, wartime period. Vichy France side of things was, was it 1940 to 1944? And that's the collaboration side of the French, led by Pétain, Marshal Pétain, during the Second World War. Basically, you had the top half of France was occupied by the Germans, and the bottom half of France was occupied by the French. The Germans allowed to keep it as long as the French did what they told them to do. So, yeah, not a good period in French history, but needless to say, it's good for a coin collector. These are quite common. They went on for about 2 or 3 years. There's 2 versions. I think this particular one, I think, is the smaller version, the lighter version. And they were issued in 42, 43 and 44. So there you go. 1 franc, 1943. We'll say France. Oh, that's a biggie. República dos Estados Unidos. Oh, it's Brazil. 400 rays or rise. I can never remember how it's pronounced. And there's the minting year at the bottom, the date, MCMI, so that's 1901. Upsy downsy. And that is, I think that is supposed to be Brazil's version of Liberty. Yeah, there you go. Just about make it out on her hat. Just about there. Liberty. I don't know if it's Lady Liberty like the Americans, but that's how this one is known. Yeah, 400 rays. God, sometimes some of these older coins you think they wish they were silver. That'd be nice. But now this is your bog standard copper nickel, even for 1901. So 400 rays, Brazil, 1901. Haha. Eagle with a shield, no stars. Yeah, that's Libya. What's the year on that? 1975. So a 1 is a 1, a 9 is a 9, a V is a 7, and an O is a 5. So that is that way up. Yeah, that's 50 dirhams, I believe. Yeah, 50 dirham. From Libya. We've not seen one of these for a while. At one point we were getting quite a few. There's also versions with stars, but I think that could be a mix of Syria and possibly Egypt as well, because they all use the same emblem at one point. There we go. So Libya, 1975, 50 dirham. We got on that one, Commissioners of Currency, Malaya, 1941. Oh, today is a good day for wartime, military, whatever, period coinage. This is really, really good. So what have we had? 1943, 1943, 1941. Excellent. George the 6th, yep. So yeah, that is a 1 cent from Malaya, 1941, probably right before the Japanese invasion. Good stuff. Oh, what's that? Oh no. Just saw something shiny. I thought it was an old 5p. It's not. Dude in a fez, looking squarely sideways. That to me is a fairly good giveaway that that's Egypt. If you ever look at the old Egyptian hieroglyphics or hieroglyphs and you see the characters stood there, their arms out in different directions, the head twisted 90 degrees to the body, that's Egypt. That's what this guy's doing. I'm sure of it. And that would make that 10 milliams. And the year on that one is 193. No. What is that? 1938. 1938. Don't know what I'm doing sometimes. Yeah, 1938, 10 milliams from Egypt. Walking like an Egyptian. Yeah, okay. Wait for the hate mail. Nice one. Grab another small one. Oh, that way round. 10 euro cents. Might be another one for my little collection. I've got a few of these now and they're gradually building up, but given how many countries use the euro and they bring out new coins, most of them anyway, bring out new coins every year. Some of them have been in for 20-25 years, so there's going to be a heck of a lot of these to collect. And this one is 2003, and that's Spain. There we go. Quite a fairly common coin when you start seeing some of these. In fact, that character there, that design, was on some other Spanish coins from, I want to say, either the early 80s or the early 90s. There was a set and they were really small coins. So maybe they ran out of ideas straight away. Who knows? But yeah, there you go. 10 euro cents, 2003, from Spain. On a side note, don't know if you realise, by the time this video goes out, it's just into the new year. 1st of January this year, 2026, Bulgaria joined the Eurozone, and I've managed to order myself what they call a starter kit. It's about 10 euros worth, 10 quid's worth of different coins, going from the 1 euro cent all the way up through to, I want to say, I think it was a 2 or a 5 euro coin, something like that, just to get the people in Bulgaria used to the actual coins. So I've got a set of those winging their way, so I might do a video on those at some point. There we go. Republic of Malta, 1986. These are fairly common, we've seen them before. It's a bit dinged up on the side. That is lira, so it's Maltese lira. 1 Maltese lira. I don't think they're worth a great deal. They only came out in the 1 year, I believe. This one's probably, because of that ding, it's probably no more than 50p. But I think I've seen these change hands for £1 a piece on eBay before now. But there you go, 1986, 1 Maltese lira. Right, that is French, République Française, the RF. Up to Daisy, the other way round. Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, 1988, 10 francs. Bimetal, very common. I've pulled a load of these out and bagged them up and got shot of them over the last year or two because they were very, very common in hunts. But I have kept a few back, and I do throw a few in every so often just to help mix up the bundles. But you don't want these things coming out every other coin. So there you go, 10 francs, 1988, from France. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, can't quite read it. I might have a look at that one in a minute. This is the one I was actually pulling. Singapore, 2013, nice bimetal coin. The outside ring's grubby as anything, but the inside one is extremely shiny, as you can tell. $1. Very basic reverse. Got a lion, a Singapore flower. I can never remember whether it's a rose or a lily, and the one for $1. There we go. Don't know if we've seen one of these recently. I want to say we have seen them in the past, but they've been a little bit earlier than 2013, so that's nice to get. Small, lightweight. What have we got? Republic de Venezuela. Oh, there we go. topical. I'm not going to go into it as politics. I try not to do politics on the channel because yeah, it could kick off, and I'd rather talk about coins. 1998, 10 bolivars. Yeah, there we go. What's that say? Bolivar Libertador. Republic of, yeah, Venezuela. 1998, 10 bolivars. We move on. Ooh, that's small. That way? Yeah, that way. Oh, Latvia. Is that 2008. One centimes. When was it they went into the euro? It was a few years later. I think they're fairly recent. I think it's about 2013, 2014. Because I know they're now in the euro because we've pulled one or two Latvian euro cent coins out in the past. Yeah, 1 centimes, 2008 from Latvia. Nice. Don't think we've got that one in the old collection. Let's give it a mix. Hang on. That's better. Let's have that one. Ah, 5 rubles, 1991. So we're now talking modern day Russia. Ooh. Ooh, CCCP. Okay. So this might be right at the tail end of the Soviet Union. Because that was, what was it, 91? 92? The Soviet Union collapsed. I'll double check the dates on that, because I think this might be one of the last ever coins to be issued. 1991, 5 rubles. I'll chuck something on screen anyway, if that is the case. But yeah, there we go. I've not seen this one before. Nice. Definitely one for the collection there then. So where are we? That's 20. Do a few more. Why not? Two zloty, so that's going to be Poland. Yeah, 1974. Let's get some of that scuzz off. Will it move? Not completely. But yeah, it's aluminium. 1974. 2 zloty from Poland. We get a load of Polish stuff in these hunts, but they're not usually aluminium. So, okay, I'll take it. That way? Yeah, that way. It's 100 dinara, 1985. Looking at the way dinara is spelt there and around here, I'm going to say Yugoslavia. Yeah, there we go. Yugoslavia. 1985. A few years before the fall of the Soviet Union, as we found out just now with that one. But this one, as I say sometimes, the old Soviet bloc, the old Soviet countries, even if they govern themselves, they always tended to have that little star. That was a red star as a part of their design, which just means that they're following the Soviets themselves, the Russians. But there we go, 100 dinara, 1985 from Yugoslavia. We have seen those in the past, but it's always nice to get more. It's history at the end of the day. These are all history, but something like that the country, although the country's gone, the remnants still exist, and they're carrying on, and they're doing great compared to what life was like beforehand. What we got there? Portuguese, 1968. Oh no, Macau, one pataka. So yeah, Macau was originally, I don't know if it still is actually, it was a Portuguese colony. So that explains that. So you've got the Portuguese logo, the national emblem and everything on one side, and the Macau logo on the other. But there you go. One pataka from Macau, 1968. We've seen those before, but not actually in that good a condition, so that's quite nice to come across. Ooh, focus. Thank you. That way, there we go. 10 Reichspfennig. Now, these are fairly common. You get Reichspfennig and you get Rentenpfennig. Now, they are all from the early 20s through to about 1932, I want to say. 31, 32. Yeah, there you go, 1932 on this one. So this is one of the much later ones, and this has got a D mint mark on it, and that's Munich. So again, with these, you might be able to get yourself 2 or 3 that are dated 1932, but you need to make sure you get all the different mint marks. So yeah, 10 Reichspfennig from Germany, 1932. Right before things started to go sideways. There I am going political. Stop it, man. Right, let's have a ferret. Number 25. Nope, that was that way up. Yeah, there we go. Ah, Belgium. We haven't seen a Belgian coin for a while. What have we got? 1939, 5 francs. Another wartime period one, effectively. Although, what was it, 1940, I think they got invaded. By the time the Germans pulled their finger out with the winter of 1939, turned their interests from Poland and headed west, down through Holland into Belgium, towards France. So that would have been probably early 1940s. So this might have changed hands during the occupation. You never know. But occupied coins, they tend to lose most of their nationalistic emblems. Belgium were allowed to keep some of them, whereas the Dutch in the Netherlands, they lost everything. Some of their stuff ended up being quite plain. But no, that one, 5 francs, 1939, from Belgium. Right, now normally I'd pull out an extra one, a bonus one, but I pulled one out just now. I was trying to work out what it was off camera. Leopold II, King of Belgies. Aha, another Belgian one. Great, I say I don't see a Belgian one for ages, and now 2 turn up. 1874. Nice old one. What's that? 2 cents. That's a nice old coin. 74. Is that older than? Yeah, because that was 18. The German was 1899. And I don't think we had anything older. So yeah, I think this one might be the oldest one we've pulled. Excellent. 2 cents from Belgium, 1874. There we go. Happy days. Right, let's get that out of the way. Right, so what have we got? We've got some fairly familiar faces. Zambia, the Italian lira. We've had the Malaya one before. The Vichy France one we've definitely had a few times before. Variations on the theme of the American scent, we get those quite often. I've got quite a few. I can see one or two in the tub staring back at me now. The French ones, fairly common. Others that we don't tend to see that often, I would say Ceylon, that Brazil, probably that Latvian as well. But my pick of the week, as you know, I like my war period ones, I like old coins, I like shinies. So we've got nice and shiny one there, shiny one there, war period. But you know what, I am going to go with that bonus one that we pulled out right at the end, that Belgian 1874. I'm going for age over history of war, shall we say. That is a nice coin. I do like that. Well, I'm just wondering if it might clean up with a little bit of warm water and gentle caressing with a thumb. That's nice. And it's still in pretty good condition because I can't work it out, but there's writing on that stone that the lion's leaning against. But that is my pick of the week. That's a nice one. I do like that. So I don't know if you're agreeing with me on that one, or whether it might be one of the others. Either way, chuck it in the comments. Let's have a battle of words going, so you can outdo the other with the bestest coin ever. Anyway, that's it for now, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. Quick half hour or so looking back through memory lane. If you did enjoy it, please consider clicking the like button. Like I say, leave a comment, it would be absolutely brilliant. That's the easiest way to support the channel. Another way to support me, other than subscribing, if you haven't, please consider that. Click the share button, get me out there to others. I do 50p hunts, world coin hunts, silver reviews, and other miscellaneous in between. Some videos get well and truly watched, and others not so much. So any extra additional promotion you can give would be greatly received. Anyway, till the next time, folks, take care, and I'll see you then. Cheers all.